little bit more about how the workshops, the sponsored workshops, work on Scalefest. So if you think about the main program we have for Scalefest, we have the Sydney, the Singapore, the London, New York, and each of those legs of the tour, if we may call it that, have a series of sessions, keynotes, and fireside chats and panels and stuff like that. And towards the end of each of the days in each of the cities, there's a set of workshops. Now, there are no real limits to how many different workshops we can run, but we are enforcing to make sure that there is a great variety of workshops. There's not much point having 6 different workshops that all talk about cloud computing. That's kind of boring for the attendee. So if you've got a particular topic, I'd encourage you to book in really, really early, because that way you're going to make sure you get your particular slot talking about accounting or cloud computing or translation or currency exchanges or whatever your thing is. So how does it work when you have one of these? Well, you actually, by doing that, you become part of the main program of the whole event. So these workshops are treated on equal footing with the other workshops. The other workshops being the workshops where experts and authors and so on come in and share, either in a workshop format or a masterclass format, basically, hey, this is how you do this particular thing. And we're expecting people in those workshops to kind of, if you will, bring their virtual laptop or bring their iPad or whatever they're working on, to make sure that they translate the knowledge that they are acquiring there into next steps for their business. And we'd encourage you to do the same thing, because we want to make sure that when anyone comes into a room, into a workshop, and they're pre-booked for it and walk in there and it's your workshop, we wouldn't want them to walk out of there going, oh, that was just one long sales spiel. We want them to walk out of there, wow, I really learned some really cool stuff. I can really apply that in my business. But also, I really want to work with these guys because they share their knowledge, they share their passion for the subject matter that's in your space. So it's really important to think about this. It's a way to convey authority. It's a way to convey knowledge. It's not just a way to go sell, because there'll be opportunities after that. Hey, somebody wants to take this further. Okay, give me a call on this number, or click on this link, or we'll call you, don't call us. Whatever is your process of engagement, that's entirely up to you. So what is important though is that, and we will work with you, by the way, to make sure that the quality is upheld, to make sure that your workshop doesn't clash with somebody that's got almost the same topic, because that's not fair on you, that's not fair on them. It's not how we want to play. And that's why I repeat this, that for the sake of not missing out, do book in quite early, because while I can sort of kind of say there's an unlimited number of workshops, well, there isn't really, because you can't give a attendee a choice between his 50 different workshops. They're going to go, oh, I don't know which one to pick. You can give them a much smaller number and say, okay, I'll pick that one, I get that one there. So the workshops, how they are different, however, from, say, an exhibitor slot, is that you now become a key part of the program and you get promoted as such. So would love to have a conversation with you. If you've got a workshop or a masterclass in mind and you go, hey, we'd love to run that in front of the audience. It is a private audience. You got to think about that. You can have a couple of hundred, maybe even a couple of thousand, depending on how attractive your topic is. That will come there and sit and listen to your thing and follow your instructions for an hour or two. So let's take this to the next step. Let's have a chat. Let's jump on a Zoom call and find out how we can bring more value to the attendees. Thank you.